Hi, you guys. It's Stephanie Verni, and I'm coming to you today from my back porch where I thought I would tell you a little bit about each one of my books because people often see that I wrote a book, but they don't really know what they're about. So I'm going to take a few minutes just to tell you what each one is about. I'll go quickly. The first one is Beneath the Mimosa Tree, and this was published in 2012. It was my first book, but it took 20 years to write it because it started as a short story. It's a love story, contemporary. It takes place over the span of about 10 years, and it's told in alternating voices of Michael and Annabelle about the nature of their relationship and something that happens to their relationship, and then it's ultimately about forgiveness. But don't worry, it has a happy ending because I love happy endings. So I wanted to leave you with something uplifting. The second book that I wrote is Baseball Girl. And this book is loosely is the key word, based on my life working in professional baseball, Major League Baseball for the Baltimore Orioles. And so I took aspects of reality and incorporated them into the story, changing the names, of course. And it's the story of a girl who's lost her dad. The two of them loved baseball, and she gets a job at 19 working for a professional team, and it's what happens to her over the course of several years as she gets over the death of her dad. And it's got quirky little intros and quotes about baseball, and it was really fun for me to write because I spent 13 years working in baseball. So that was fun to kind of take my love of baseball and put it into a fictional novel. Next one, Insignificant. This came out last year. This is about a woman who has lost her young husband, and her mom and dad own an inn in the beautiful town of Oxford, Maryland, on the Eastern Shore. If you haven't been to Oxford, it's adorable, quaint, cute, and there's a real inn there called the Sandaway Inn that inspired me to write this novel because I loved it so much and the setting is beautiful. So Insignificant is the inn in the book, and this woman in her 30s ends up taking over her parents' inn, and it's how she recovers from the depression and the loss of her husband. So this one is special to me because it's the only one right now that's getting a sequel because I love the characters so much, and people have reached out to me and said how much they loved it. Last but not least, this is what I just published several weeks ago called The Postcard. It's a collection of short stories that I wrote over many, many years. 22 short stories altogether, some poetry, bearing your soul, which is really hard, and takes place in Maryland in some cute locations, as well as in London, Paris, and we even have some witches and some brooms, and that takes place in fairy tale land. So I hope you'll pick up a copy of one of my books. Talk to me on stephscribe.com, and let me know how you like some of the books. I love hearing from readers, and it's always fun to interact and go to book clubs. So if you have a book club and you want to read one of my books, I'm happy to come or call in. Have a great day, and thanks for listening.